3 years ago, during March break, I went on a jam-packed family trip. We visited Amsterdam, Annecy, Valmoral, and finished the vacation with a few days in Berlin. At least, this was our plan. After landing in Berlin in the early morning, we proceeded to do a 3-hour walking tour. Halfway through the tour, around Checkpoint Charlie, we stopped for a quick bathroom break in Starbucks. It was cold, we were tired, and suddenly, the packback that was sitting between our feet was gone, stolen. It happened suddenly. No one saw it or felt the bag move. In it were water bottles, snacks, the family iPad, but worst of all, our passports. They were all gone, all 5 of them. I can't put into words the absolute misery and guilt that I felt, that we all felt, and how my eyes swelled the moment that we realized our passports were stolen. You don't realize the power and security a passport entails until yours is stolen, and you're left crying, feeling unprotected in a foreign city. To make matters worse, the passports were stolen on a Wednesday afternoon, the Wednesday before Easter. In Germany, Easter is a significant religious holiday. So the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are all national days off work. This meant that the Canadian Embassy would be closed. That coming week back in Canada, I had the literacy test on Wednesday and my first dance competition of the season on Thursday with my whole team of best friends counting on my presence on stage. My heart sunk to my feet. I wouldn't make it home on time, and there was nothing I could do. We cried for what was left of the walking tour and continued until dinner when we were sitting around our table, our eyes puffy and red, when my parents shared some advice. Stop crying. Sulking and regretting the past is pointless and is stopping you from living in the moment. There is nothing you can change. Instead, look on the bright side. You guys are some of the luckiest kids in the world. You guys get a German chocolate Easter egg hunt. I'm thinking, you have got to be kidding me. This does not make up for anything that has happened to me or will happen if I don't make it home on time. Those who know me, or even just see me walking around the halls at school, know I hate being late and will do whatever to arrive on time. So giving up that anger of not being able to control time and trying to look on the bright side was incredibly difficult. But in the end, it was so rewarding. That year, Easter consisted of poppy seeds, cinnamon buns, pretzels, sausages, and hot chocolates for breakfast, followed by 300-plus German chocolate Easter egg hunts scattered throughout our midtown Berlin Airbnb. That Easter was, and remains, as my sister would put it, the best Easter of my life. I've been told that I'm always peppy and happy, but honestly, I was not always like this. My brother will gladly attest. When I felt defeated or didn't get a position that I hoped for, I felt crushed and filled myself with bitterness. I tried to pinpoint the thing I did wrong and analyze it until the idea became abstract and I'd give up due to frustration. I blamed myself for the bad things that happened, when honestly, I should have been blaming myself for focusing on the wrong thing, for focusing on the bad side, while I was ignoring the most important part, the bright side. If you don't consciously exercise your brain to find the bright side, you will naturally revert to focus on the negatives because they are what stand out. And this is completely understandable and natural. Through the process of evolution, we've been wired to perceive something as more dangerous than it is so we can react promptly. Out of 99 positive actions, you will remember the one negative one the most because it is different, standalone, therefore memorable. Researchers posit that psychologically speaking, negative events weigh close to 3 times more than positive events. But now that we're no longer in a state of everyday survival, the negative bias can cause distress. So how can we topple these negative thoughts? By living with a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a conscious open to growth and the belief that you can learn from a situation. Unlike a fixed mindset, you won't focus on the minute negatives and believe that outcomes are set in stone. If you focus on the bright side, the negatives will become demagnified, and you'll find that you never have to make the bright side up because it's always there. Last year, when I got my schedule, I looked at my Tuesdays and thought, death day. I am going to suffer Tuesday mornings. Out of pure coincidence, my mornings consisted, and I quote, of chemistry, followed by AP physics in the arena, then over to chapel, then back to the arena for biology. And for the first few weeks of school, I dreaded Tuesdays. However, after a couple months of negativity and sulking, I changed my mindset and found the bright side. For me, this was simple. Every day, as I'd walk back from biology to go to lunch, my path would converge with all the now alumni Walker grade 12s who I loved and still do. I dropped my bag, allowing many of them to throw theirs in my conveniently placed room too, sorry, Miss Kelly, and we'd head over to lunch together. I ate lunch with them every Tuesday for the rest of the year. That simple act is how they made my day special and turned my death day into my best day. Yes, I know, finding the bright side is no easy task, but with a positive mindset, you will find it so much easier. When you enter a new situation with a fixed mindset, you'll find that you're right. The situation appears as terrible, but not because it really is, solely because that is what you set your mind to believe. Negativity fuels apathy, a lack of enthusiasm, and the thought that nothing you can do can improve the situation. But a positive mindset does the opposite. While you're in those tough situations, you can ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And by living your life with positivity, you will start to take advantage of all the opportunities, because why not? You've all heard it hundreds of times before, but look around you, at your peers, the stained glass, the wooden balconies and rows, and at the rest of this campus, your clubs, your courses, the faculty, the co-curriculars. Adapt your mindset. Don't doubt yourself. Take a risk and stick to it, because the world is full of endless opportunities. In 1977, at the age of 18, 1 year older than the S2 sitting here in this chapel, a young boy who was raised in Burnaby, who adored sports, was diagnosed with osteogenic sarcoma, bone cancer. Terry Fox had his leg amputated 15 centimeters above the knee and spent weeks in the hospital. While in recovery, he felt closed in and overcome with all the negativity from the other suffering cancer patients. He consciously decided to turn his situation around. He found the bright side. He was to run across Canada to raise money for cancer research, a project he later called the Marathon of Hope. He started in St. John's, Newfoundland, covering 42 kilometers a day with little fanfare. But after a few nights, he kept a positive mindset, and by the end, there were thousands of cheering Canadians on the sides of the streets cheering him on. However, after 143 days outside of Thunder Bay, Ontario, he had to stop due to illness and was diagnosed with lung cancer. The initial cancer had spread. After running 5,373 kilometers and raising thousands of dollars for Canadian charities, his bright side ended with his final breath on June 28, 1981. He made the best of a destructive situation that he did not deserve, and in result has a legacy today that would surpass anything he could have dreamed of. In case you're wondering, today the cure rate for osteogenic sarcoma has risen 80%, making it highly curable. It is thanks to Terry Fox, his positivity and perseverance, that allowed him to pick himself up from his darkest moments, find the bright side, and make the most of what he did have. I have no idea where I would be if I didn't treat new situations with positivity and persistence. I might not have gone to Cambodia with peers I've never spoken to before. I might not have applied for a prefect or a peer counselor. And I might not have met the people who I eat meals, walk to Fortino's, and play an alarming amount of Mario Kart with. All I know for certain is that without a positive mindset and grit, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be living on this campus, going to this school, standing in this chapel, and giving this speech. No matter your age, choose to change your mindset, open your eyes, and find the brighter side of every challenge the world faces you with. When it's negative 10 degrees, don't stay inside. Go out and sled down Mainfield. When the iconic Applebee Hell Week comes, use that connection between your peers, and trust me, you will have endless complaints to share. Or when you leave your 12 best friends at a school you attended for 11 years, every moment with them will become even more memorable and special. There's a line in one of my favorite songs, How We Love, by by Ingrid Michaelson that speaks to me when a situation is knocking me down. We hate the rain when it fills up our shoes, but how we love when it washes our cars. Even the most annoying and unfavorable situations have little perks that can be easily ignored, but when focused on, are impactful and change your perspective of this world. The moral of the story is, don't get your passport stolen before a 5-day national holiday because it really sucks. But from one of the most negative experiences came one of the best pieces of advice about a mindset I will continue to strive to attain my entire life. In a year or a month, this speech will be erased from your minds. The words I spoke will become faint memories of that one time you sat in chapel in mid-November. But I can only hope that your future actions carry the most important part, the strength to find the brighter side of every challenge. Now take this moment, please rise and sing hymn 656.